What have you learned about your new defensive coordinator now that you're through a fall camp? Anything you've learned about Coach Elliott that maybe you didn't know just since that initial interview bringing him in?
Yeah, he has a great rapport with our players. I've noticed that. You're not always sure how people are with young people. He does a great job with young people. They respond to him. They like him. He pushes them hard. And then another thing, he's very, very knowledgeable in his X's and O's. That's been, I knew he was, but to see it firsthand and see changes and things that we're doing, and we could do this if they do that, and it's really been good there. And then he's done a great job. We've got a few new guys on the staff, and they've really molded well together. And so I think that's been really good that he's let them have input. They've worked well together. So I think he's definitely a team guy and understands what he's doing, and he definitely wants to be at Colorado, and he's excited about being here.
Coach, Steve Montez taking over at quarterback. He has the big arm. He also seems to have a bit of that gunslinger mentality as well, though. Is that something you attempt to harness a little bit to make sure the turnovers try to stay low, or do you just kind of got to let him be who he is out there?
Well, number one, I don't try to pull the reins back on him. You got to let him play and make his plays, but at the same time, we've trained him and tried to train him on, being smart with the football, understanding. He can't throw every throw in there, but part of his ability to create plays on the run and make certain throws also makes him extremely dynamic. So that'll also make the defenses after a while. They'll have to figure out, do we want to rush him? Do we want to keep him in the pocket? What do we want to do? So I think that his ability to make plays out of the pocket, in the pocket, will help him be dynamic. But no, you got to let him be him, but he needs to understand certain throws he can make and cannot make. And I'm pretty sure he'll have some good moments, a lot of good moments. He'll have a couple bad moments like most quarterbacks do. The thing that I've noticed with him, and you can even go back to his first game that he played a ton in, the Oregon game, he's playing really well, then he threw a pick. Well, he came back and kept playing. It didn't stifle him, he didn't freeze up. And that's what you want to see a quarterback be able to handle those situations and just keep playing.
What have been a couple things so far in fall camp that have stood out in your mind as, I guess, some of the highlights of what's impressed you?
Well, there's been quite a few highlights, and there's been quite a few downers. But I've been pleased with, with our young linebackers that have come in. I've been pleased with their athletic ability, and I thought they are catching on and doing well. We'll see when games start, but for right now, I've been very pleased with our young inside backers. I think I've been excited about some of our backup running backs behind Phillip, Lindsay. They're playing really well. I've been excited about those guys. Our punter, Alex Kinney, he's always had tremendous talent. He's just kind of been a little bit hot and cold. He'd be the first one to tell you. So I hope I don't jinx him, but he's been phenomenal in camp. So hopefully he'll keep punting the ball like he has been. I think I'm excited about those guys.
Lindsay, third year now being named captain, one of the best all-purpose backs in Colorado history. What has he meant to your program since you've been here?
I said Cepho last year meant everything to our program. I'd have to put Phillip Lindsay right there with him, meaning everything to our program. If you cut Phillip open, he'd bleed black and gold. He would also bleed Colorado. He loves Colorado. He would bleed Denver. 303 area code. He believes in it. I know that's kind of funny when people put that up, but he truly loves to represent it. His passion, his inspiration. And then he did it the hard way. He wasn't a guy that had a silver spoon in his mouth. And he did it the hard way. When he came here, he couldn't even bend his knee. He worked. He played on the scout team. Then he played on a few special teams. And he played a little running back. And he just kept working. He just gets better and better and better. Phillip's better than he was this time last year. He's stronger. He's squatting like 70 more pounds on his squat than he was before. He's more powerful. He's faster. They always said he wasn't fast enough, but people can't catch him now. And I don't know. I think it's more of if you timed him in a 40, he probably wouldn't have he'd have a really good 40, but not like a 4.3. But if you put him out there, I don't think the 4.3 guys can catch him. It's just he just has that willpower. He has that passion. So he means a tremendous amount to our program and to me personally. It means a lot to me.
saw a photo on Twitter of Coach Chiaverini with his son for the freshman picture day. Obviously, you can relate with your boy on the team. It's pretty unique, two coaches having their sons on the team. So sort of a two-part question. What is that like? And two, do you give him any advice for coaching, your son and sort of how you handle that at this level?
Right. No, I think it's very unique that his son wanted to come here and play and play for his dad. It's interesting because like my son Jay said, his freshman year, I didn't let him get interviewed by any of y'all till the end of the year. And my wife calls me on the phone and goes, "Hey, you got to see this." I said, "I don't want to read anything." She goes, "No, you got to read this." So I looked at it, and he said, the question, I think I'm going to paraphrase it a little bit, was, what's the greatest thing about playing here? He goes, well, as a coach's son in college, you don't get to see your dad very much. He misses half your high school games. He's not around during recruiting. I missed more than half his basketball games. So I didn't get to take my daughter to college. I didn't get to take my youngest son to college. And so he goes, I get to see my dad every day for the first time ever. I think that's pretty cool, just father-son-wise. Not football-wise, just father-son-wise. And you don't get that experience very often, and I'm glad I'm getting to live it. So I think Chev feels the same way about little Chev. And so and he's doing a good job out there working. It's a little different. He's directly coaching him. I let everybody else coach Jay. So they make the decisions if he plays, what he does. I don't hardly say a word on it because I want to make sure there's no ripples in there. And he's pretty much held his own, and I'm pretty sure little Chev will too.
This year at the Pac-12 Media Days, you clearly had more media members surrounded by your table, and the players, Phillip and Derek. In years past, it seemed like, Colorado, welcome, here's a gift bag, nice to see you, be on your way. Now you're getting more respect. Do you feel like the CU brand, if you will, is starting to gain more recognition?
Well, we're a team that, surprised some people last year, and so we're a team that they can reckon with. So it's not like, okay, there's Colorado, that's a W for the other team. So I feel like that we have gained that respect. But, every year, like I said when I first started, it's a new team. We got to go out there and earn it again. And so it's not going to be given to us. It's not going to be handed to us by any stretch of the imagination. And not just because we did good last year doesn't mean we're going to do good this year. So I think that there's a little bit more hype around us, and I think we got some players that they saw that could make plays, and we're excited about that.